All rise.
You may be seated.
Thank you very much, Honorable Judge. Hope you're fine.
I'm always fine.
As always.
Always.
Thank you. And today's we are in court case number 125-119155, and it's about stealing, Honorable Judge. And in this case, we have Eve. Step forward. She's a third client of Mike Mombotse. Come forward. Mike is a mechanic, and he has been the one taking care of all mechanical problems of Eve's Land Cruiser. Very important spares have been getting lost because Mike has been replacing the spares with fake spares. Thank you, Honorable Judge.
Thank you, thank you. Good day, court.
Good day.
Thank you. Now, before you proceed, kindly can you step out, go? I don't think we're in the workshop. I don't think we should be having that overall unless you don't have the underpants.
Exactly.
Your lower pants.
So, yeah.
Mike,
sorry.
Kindly step out, go, remove the overall. This is not a workshop.
Tabia zako mbaya.
Muoneshe kwenda.
Huyu anakuanga hivyo.
Well, he's innocent until proven.
Yeah, but he looks like a criminal, you know.
Yes.
I won't argue with you. Those are your lines of duty. So, kindly, madam, tell us about yourself. Tell us who you are and what you do.
Thank you, Your Honor. My name is Evelyn Kaleki. I work at an international
sorry,
airport.
Evelyn who?
Kaleki.
Okay, Kaleki.
Yes. I'm an engineer. I work at an international airline.
Oh, okay. You work with the airline.
Yes.
So what part of engineering are you? Which part of department? The navigation, the actual work, like the plane?
The actual work. I deal with avionics.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. And anything else you wish to know? We know about you?
I live in Kitusuru.
Okay.
And this is my awful mechanic.
Well, you will tell us why you think he's awful, because up to now, he's the one who's been attending your cars, because you say you are awful mechanic. So it looks like you've had a relation for a while. How long have you been working, or has he been working for you or attending your cars?
For a period of 2 years.
2 years.
Yes.
Okay. 2 years. Fine. Anything else you wish to top up?
This mechanic.
No, order. I just asked you about your introduction part. I
Nothing.
wish to know you. We wish to know you.
Okay, I'm a high standard woman.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
We will feel that for ourselves. I don't think we need to hear it from you. Thank you. Mike,
Your Honor.
kindly tell us about yourself. Introduce yourself so we may know who we are working with,
Okay.
or who we're dealing with.
I'm Michael Mombotse.
You Michael who?
Mombotse.
Who?
Michael Mombotse.
Mombotse.
Yeah.
Okay. Wote? Kwa tuna ukoo ama umetoka mahali pamoja. Okay, and
I live in Kiambu.
you live in Kiambu, but you work at Kisumu.
I work at Kisumu.
Okay. Okay, and you're a mechanic?
Yeah, I'm a mechanic.
Oh, no, I'm not here to lead you on what to say. Please kindly tell us about you.
I'm a mechanic.
I don't know you. That I heard.
I'm a mechanic.
Yes, you work at Kisulu, you live at Kiambu.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Yeah, I live in Kiambu.
And you work for her, or you work for anybody who brings
For
his car
anybody.
along?
Yeah, for
Are
anybody.
you employed or you're on your own?
I'm on my own.
So you, since I see you work at Kitsulu and it's a petrol station, do you own the petrol station
No?
or you just work there?
Yes, I
So
just
they've
work.
given you a place to work?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, you like on renting or you have terms like you work there and...
I just work there.
There are terms, you know, sometimes you work on terms that I'll work here, my clients will come here and they might fuel here. or if you are one of your customers as from the fuel side has a problem, you can attend the car. Anyway, you work at Kitsulu petrol station.
Yeah.
You don't own the place, you're not renting, you just work from there.
Yes.
How long have you been a mechanic?
For the past 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What qualifications? Ulisomea juu akali ama you went to school? Because you're a mechanic. Do you have grades?
I went to school.
No, you went to college?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Attained what standards? First grade, second grade, or you were a graduate? Tell us.
I'm a graduate.
You're a mechanic?
Yeah.
As a mechanic, okay.
Yes.
Any specification, like any cars ume specialize na inaonanga kuna wale ume specialize na Subaru, wengine
I
Mercedes?
just work for the all cars. Yeah.
Hata amenyoa kama na for all kazi. So chap.
Afande koni amenyoaje?
Ai, uone anani. Kana reflect.
Oh, unajaribu kusema nini?
Oh, sorry, hata wewe ni mwenzake.
Okay, order. Oh, well, Mike, then let's see why this good lady brings you here.
Then I'm wondering, mbona niko hapa?
That's why I said we let her tell us why she brought you here. I'm not the one who brought you here.
He doesn't even listen. Sorry.
Okay, good lady. Oh, kindly tell us more why you bring him here.
Okay. Your Honor, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Mike has been my mechanic for the past 2 years.
Oh, you have a rapport, you have a attached for 2 years, yeah?
Yes. And when we started, he was a very, very good mechanic. I really loved him. Alikuwa ananifanyia kazi mzuri. Ananioshea gari, anaitengeneza. And sometimes I even trusted him with my car. My Land Cruiser, imagine. Na alikuwa ananiletea hadi home.
But not at times. You see, when you go to a mechanic, it's like a doctor. You have to trust them with your life.
But
or
now,
whoever you've taken there, if you're a mother or...
the trust I had with him was, yani ilikuwa too immense.
Okay, I can understand. Same
Yes.
here. We always have that with the people we give a...
Yes, but then after some time, gari ikaanza kuharibika, mara ananiambia nipeleke gari service, mara gari anatengeneza leo, after a week imeharibika.
So that sounds more of a general accusation. I wish you to be a little more specific. At this time, Mike did this, told me. It's nice that you've given us a general look cover.
Okay,
about
I'll
the
give you
whole
an
story.
example.
So give us the general, the reason why you think he was worthy coming to this court, that you want to some justice served.
Okay, there's this month, and it was July to be specific. I bought a whole suspension unit because it had problems.
For
And
the
then
Land
you see
Cruiser.
this guy, yes, you see this guy, he removed the pinion and the rocker unit and then replaced them with old ones. After a week, I was back there, and you know how a Land Cruiser is expensive.
And you are sure that's what he had done?
Yes, he has been stealing spare parts.
Oh,
From
Mike.
my-
Naona alijua aje.
Huh?
Alijua aje nimereplace na ingine.
Kwani mimi
But
sijui
No,
gari.
wait. As I understand, she's an engineer. And not only that.
she's not a mechanic.
Wait, order. Mike, when I'm talking, you have to listen.
Huyo anakuwa
So,
mjinga.
hey, order! Sikusema akinyamaza na ndio useme. So, Mike, it works this way. If anybody is driving a car, who's had a car for a while, let alone even being an engineer or anything, it will tell you. You will know. If you fixed the suspension as a new suspension, you expect some kind of comfort, some silence, some handling. You know what I'm saying? It won't be as noisy and everything. So if those things happen, if the rack happens not to have been changed or it's old, it's worn out or something, it will show. And even I think if she anything, and I don't know whether she did that, if you go to the petrol station and ask why this is happening, they'll tell you, like, mama rack yako imeisha. And if she had brought a new one, then she has a reason to ask. So how she found out is not important. Where you took the rack is the question. Rack ulipeleka wapi? Uliuza ama ulipeleka wapi?
Mimi sijui alijua aje. Amesema nimefanya.
See, order. Mike, don't be difficult. I just told you, we don't know how she found out. You tell us whether what you did with the racks that she had brought new for you to fix.
Mimi nilifix.
Will you fix?
Yeah.
He fixed old ones.
The new one, not the old one.
No, Mike.
The one that he brought.
4 months ago, I also bought
a
brake
rack hata
pads.
iko 1 year, it's still very new.
No, I also bought brake pads, and then after a week, I had the left wheel. It was making some funny noises. I went direct to him and I told him about the issue. Akasema, ati hapana wewe sijui nini, nikamwambia fungua hiyo gari. Akafungua mguu. Alafu kuangalia napata badi yenye iko hapo ni mzee.
Kwani zile zingine niliweka wapi? Nilivaa kwa miguu yangu. Niliweka kwa
Order, Mike, please. Oh, order. Hiyo mtaulizana mtaani, but here in court you speak respectfully. Or use a language that will help you get less time if you not get time. Because I think you're going to get some good time if you go on answering like that. Now, no, Mike, if she witnessed that, the rack is something that after you replace a rack, you expect at least, I don't know, it depends who you're using, but I'm giving it at least 5+ years since it's a SUV. Now, why would somebody invest his money, invest his trust in you, who's supposed to be a graduate in MVM, and still you disappoint them? Because being as what you say, 10 years experience with a degree in MVM, I'm expecting you even to just look a car and it repairs itself.
And that's what I've been doing to her.
So no, this one you're wrecking. You're breaking it intentionally. You get new spares from her car, and which are supposed to be for her car, and you take them to wherever you take them. Do you know the risk you put her in? The risk is just, the damage is too much. If I have to say damage, the risk is high, but the damage is too much because you damage her, even her trust and everything. And she's picked on you out of thousands of mechanics. You've had a relation of 2 years. Why do you kill the trust?
No, not kill the trust.
Na si wewe peke yako, wale mechanic wote wako huko nje, akina Makawaya and everybody. You know yourselves, those things you do.
Yes.
Mtu mmefanya na biashara worth millions, alafu unarudi kuja kumibia 2,000. Mike, maybe you'll educate us on understanding the kind of ideas and why do you do that?
Your Honor, I've not done anything wrong to her. Hizo beka mbili tumekuwa na yeye, nimekuwa nimefanya kazi mzuri. So hizi anasema amekuja.
Umeona imezidi uzuri, sasa ukaona uharibu kidogo.
Sijaribu. Maybe kama kuna mechanic yake mwingine anapelekanga kando.
By the way, that's a good one. Do you have any other mechanic who is attending your car? Maybe
Mike, no ongea hivyo.
Hey, order. Mimi nimekuuliza swali.
Hey.
Answer me.
Your Honor. Mike.
Hey, order. Please, don't make me dismiss this case. No. Do you have another place you could be taking your car?
No, Your Honor.
Your car is not touched by anybody.
Nobody
have you ever given
else.
your car out to a friend who went and stayed away with it?
Nobody else.
So the car is between you and Mike and that's it?
Yes. I don't give out my car. He's the only person who drives that
I also
car.
wish to, I'm not siding with him, but I also wish to understand, how did you realize or how did you know the racks were not replaced right? Because you're saying you didn't go, you have never visited another mechanic. So I would wonder, I don't think, do you go under your car to see whether it's a rack or anything?
I didn't go under my car.
Yes,
but
and how did you?
what made me realize is when I bought the new brake pads.
So when you took it in for the brake pads, you saw the rack was old?
No, when I took the new brake pads to him so that he can repair the car, he put on the old brake pads.
Oh, okay. Before we get to the old and the new brake pads, I'm still working with the suspension. When you say that the steering rack was not replaced as you had instructed and bought the new one, that's where I'm still stuck, wishing to understand how did you discover or how do you know? So since you speak with a lot of certainty that you're sure the rack was not replaced.
Your Honor, as I'm telling you, mimi nilianza kujua venye niliona brake pads ameniekea mzee.
Na rack ulijuaje ni mzee?
Nilijua kwa sababu hii gari after ameweka rack kidogo iko na shida. Nikamuuliza Mike, uko sure unawekanga zile pads wananunua? Uko sure unawekanga zile spares wanaleta?
So even before you confirmed, you already had created or built some suspension?
Yes, I had created a suspension because...
Not suspension, suspicion.
Yes. Kwa sababu gari inakuaje unapeleka kwa mechanic leo, then after 2 days ama after 2 weeks imeharibika.
How old is your car? Inaweza kuwa ni Okongara.
It's very old. Imezeeka.
Wewe ndio ulinunua isiwe. Hiyo gari nimekaa nayo hata nilinunua.
Na hiyo kukaa nayo sana ndio inaharibika sana.
No. It's 4 years.
4 years?
Nimekaa nayo miaka.
But you're not the first owner.
Of course I'm not.
It's a second hand.
2010.
Maybe, do you have the history of the car?
No.
Do you use it to travel out of town?
Yes.
Out of town?
Yes.
Okay. So you don't think it's a TN where when you travel out of town and stuff?
Hapana. It's until Mike started stealing the spare parts ndio ikaanza kukuwa na shida na ndio nili notice. And you know,
why would Mike change? If Mike has been working for you for 2 years and you've never had a problem. No, I'm just trying to look at it. You know, it's not right for me to call for a fine or him to pay you some amount or to take you or to send him to jail, and maybe are we just looking at it?
No, Your Honor. Ilo uchungu niko nayo, I just hope you can understand.
But maybe your pains are coming from other quarters, you just want them to land on Mike.
No, Your Honor.
Are you married?
I have friends. No, I'm not married. That one is never my priority. That has never been my priority.
Afande, umeangalia pikola akaikuwa ameolewa.
Juu ameshinda na Mike kila time. Mechanic Mike.
Ni sababu afande order, ni sababu wanaongea juu he's a mechanic, ameakiziwa kama mechanic. Au anataka kutaja na kujua?
No. Si huyu ni mechanic. Gari maybe hata yeye ndio gari hiyo ingine. Si
Huyo mjinga.
Afande order.
Mjinga gani tunapenda?
Afande. So kindly order. No, I was just asking, maybe you're overriding your emotions on somebody.
No.
Eh? You don't think you have any reason not to like Mike or to put him on the spot?
Why would I do
Ako nayo
that?
afande.
Gani tena Mike? Unasema niko najua.
Kama analipenda lakini asemi.
Order Mike. Anyway, that's not my. I just wanted to understand why you insist. You say your car is new. Do you have your logbook?
Yes, I have it.
Do you have it here?
I gave it to Believe.
Piko kwa ofisi.
Did you give it to me?
Yes, I gave it when
Maybe
I
it is in the file. Maybe I forgot to bring
Afande, tafadhali. Now you're failing your duty. If papers have been given, don't you go what evidence you've been given?
You see, the other case that you are supposed to bring back the manager of that company, he also brought the document. So.
Lakini hazifai kuchanganyika. Afande, this is your responsibility.
Sorry, Honorable Judge.
Hapana angusha serikali. Yes, so I look at your driving license, at your logbook, because I really wish to know how old this car is. But also from being old, it depends on how it's been used. Because if it's a SUV, maybe it's been, what's the name of the place? Masai Mara?
Hapana. It's a well-maintained car.
It's a well-maintained car.
Yeah, and before...
Mike pulls a face when you say it's a well-maintained car.
Gari imezeeka. Yaona.
Wewe ndio umezeesha gari, sio?
Yeye.
Wewe?
Yeye ndiye anatoanga spare parts, alafu anajiwekea spare parts mzee. Alafu anaenda kuuza. Huyo ni mwizi.
Ushanishika nikiuza.
Order. Usiite mtu mwizi kwa hii koti kama si mimi na.
Ushanishika nikiuza.
Hey.
Sorry, yaona.
So, now that one we noted, but we leave it just as it is. It was about suspension, let it leave suspended.
Yes.
So since we don't have any evidence on it, you touch away. And the brake pads, ulipata, maybe he didn't just put them right.
No.
Ulipata ninze alirudisha.
Alieka zile mzee kwa sababu venye niliona gari iko na shida. The left wheel ilikuwa inatoa funny noises. And obviously when you hear that you just know it's the pads. Nikampelekea venye alifungua mguu. Mimi niliona pad mzee. Nikamuuliza, "Ati nilipatia pads mpya juzi?" Akaanza kuniambia, ati wewe unaniletea pad mpya, niliweka kwa hiyo mguu mwingine." Nikamuuliza, "Nikileta gari ulikuwa uweke kwa hii mguu?"
Wait. Something is not right here. Uleta parts za
the left, yeah. Left.
Mike, you said you are a graduate. I'm not a mechanic, but I know usually when you do the parts, you do as a set, both sides. You don't buy a set lini. Otherwise, haitakuwa na balance ya kushika.
He told me. Okay.
Uni graduate.
Aliniambia niweke mguu. Alikuja na padi moja niweke moja. That's what I did.
And you could not advise as a mechanic.
Nilimwadvise akasema hana pesa.
Mike naongea
Yes,
mimi
Your
nikakosa
Daktari wa
pesa.
ndege anaweza kosa pesa.
Aliambia wewe
So
yaona.
kuna pesa.
Mimi naweza kosa pesa ya
Mbona alikuja na moja left?
aliniambia.
Nazo zote.
You know, as a mechanic, mimi nampatia trust yangu. Juu hii gari amekuwa akiniangalilia for some time. So mimi venye aliniambia kuja na brake pads moja, me that's what I did.
Na Your Honor amekuwa anakuja nayo moja moja, si hajakuja nazo zote mara moja. Alikuwa anakuja nayo moja moja nikaekwa mguu moja moja hivyo. Hajakuja na
Michael vile unaongea, I don't know whether when you graduate wa or MVM ama ni graduate wa streets. So akikuja na moja road eka moja.
Ndio anasema ana pesa, nilifanya aje, gari ni yake, nitafanya.
Nishaikosa kukulipa.
Lakini
ukajua
Mike, as
sina
a
pesa.
mechanic, you know the things you should advise.
Yes.
Okay, like me, if you come to talk to me about law, I will not just tell you what you know or what you think is right. I'll tell you what the law is supposed to be looked at. As you know, I don't think that is advisable that you're a mechanic and you don't tell your clients this you have to do as a set or as a pair.
Nilikuwa namwambia, anasema niweke moja, ndio alikuwa na haraka anaenda shughuli zake. Na nataka kutumia gari, singekata kwenda.
Mike, are you sure?
Mimi nakuatianga gari na ndio unaniletea ukimaliza kufanya all the services.
Kuleta gari sio issue. The issue is ulikuwa unaleta padi moja.
Your Honor, this man here is lying. As I told you, he's awful. Mwizi, hata mjinga ni jina kidogo sana kwa.
Tulisema order. You know, I'm the one to convict him if I find him. Until then, he's not guilty of your accusation. So there's still allegations. So let's first of all.
Let's explain what's awful. Mimi hata sijui kitu kile nini.
Sijalikana nayo hivyo.
Graduate.
Si mbaya.
Graduate.
Si mbaya. Yeye unaweza vumilia, si mbaya.
Sasa kama ananitusi ndio
Si ndio nimekwambia iko tu sawa, akikutusi sana nitakwambia.
Alikuwa anafundisha
Weka nayo hivyo.
Walikuwa anafundisha mechanic na Kiswahili. So tulishaikuwa hapo.
Oh. Ni sawa tu Mike. But how many clients do you have?
wengi sana, I can't count.
Could it be the problem is that you have so many clients that you can't keep up?
No, even hata before tupatana naye to those 2 years tumekuwa naye bado nilikuwa na wa client wengi.
Oh, no, usually I see they have that tendency that if you're new, they give you a little attention, you know, to win your trust. And then after they think you're comfortable, they start doing shady things.
Your Honor, yeye akileta gari yake, anataka gari yake ifanywe haraka. Mimi naomba nipatie tembo atatai kusikia.
So now you want to turn that gun round and say she's the one who's to blame?
Yeah, ona hivyo ndio problemi juu.
No, have you ever told her you need sufficient time to do your thing?
Yes.
And still, why don't you tell her if you're so much in a rush, just take your car? Because these are could easily say it's about life and death. Ukiweka kitu hiyo brakes iende fail. Don't you think she might just run over people, or maybe she might just crash her car? Don't you think the risk is a little too big?
Your Honor, sometimes wananisomea hapo nifanye kazi haraka.
Ama you think because you're an awful person, you want to do an awful job? I told you it's not a bad word, so you can still use it.
Unataka kumuua nini? Hakupata ile tena unaongeza ile.
Sina mwambia ni ile naitumia, sina ubaya. Si anajua mimi sina ubaya naye.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Awful, did you do an awful job?
Your Honor, I'm not Mr. Awful, I'm Mr. Mike.
No, you say, I'm just telling you, it's a title. Hata mimi unasikia unaniita Your Honor na hiyo si title, si jina langu, it's a title. So I'm just wondering whether you decided to do a shady job, because if you can't tell your client this needs as much time, you just want the pay of the day, and you have to have that courtesy, or you have to cut down your greed.
But I've been telling him.
It's supposed to be her. Unless she sends somebody, but if it's her. Sometimes unaenda to the extent of kumwambia kazi yako kaa naye, mimi sitafanya kazi ya you know, I won't do an awful job if you can try to think what awful was.
Huyo vile anapenda pesa.
Si wewe ndio ulimchagua kwa mechanic wako.
Pengine tu unanipenda.
Mike order. Unajua hii kesi yako tunaweza isikiza after 2 weeks, kwanza ukae pale ukule state.
Kwa hivyo wewe ndio mapenzi.
Provincials for nothing.
Yeah, huyu ni kama ndio kuna mapenzi kwa hiyo. Kama una imagine unaweza pendwa.
Imagine ananipenda.
Oh, okay. It's like this guy.
Acha ninyamaze.
Tunataka kugeuza ikoti ikuwe ni mambo ya mapenzi.
See, he's talking about love each and every time, and we are here about mechanism.
Hiyo ndio inakuanga ujinga yake huyu mtu.
Okay, order. Sasa tuache ujinga. Come back to you. Evelyn, tell us more as to why you bring Mike to this court. The two could have somehow, I know what I think about it. It gives you a little leeway, but yeah, tell us more.
So for me, Your Honor, I just want Mike to serve as an example for other all mechanics who do the same behaviors. Because he has a lot of...
Madam Evelyn, it's for me to decide whether he'll serve as an example. It's good you said so because now I know your intention, or anything, and I know you. I don't think Mike has got the kind of money you'd ask for. But give us another reason why you think Mike needs to serve time or to meet the wrath of the law.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, after I told him about the brake pads and him stealing my spare parts...
Did you have a quarrel, Amali? How did he take it?
Yeah, after I told him about the spare parts, how he was stealing and selling them off.
But on that day when you told him, how did you tell him? On the phone? Did you have to go there?
No, we face to face.
You went there?
Yes, I went there. And after that, I started receiving funny calls from unknown callers. And this person, I'll pick the call, and that person will not even respond. They'll just keep quiet. So nikaanza kujiuliza, what's this happening?
So somebody would call you?
Yes.
Was there a number?
Yeah, at first they called with a private number. Then later there's a number.
Did you ever go to the police?
I didn't go to the police because
Why?
That person was just trying to frustrate me.
How did you know it's frustrating you? Did you block the number?
Because how do you call a person and then you don't say anything?
No, maybe it's a network, or maybe I'm just too far away. Maybe there's a problem with the net. Okay, away from what we think, tell us what you know. And so you used to call, somebody used to call you and they would never speak.
Yes.
The phone would just be like hanging and...
Yeah.
But you could hear some background, so it was silent.
Somebody breathing from the other side. Just heavy. You could call it this.
Huh?
Yes, that's what I used to hear. That
Afande
person,
hiyo si nile hujajoka mbaya.
Hiyo ni ile kali.
mimi nakwambia maneno huyu mtu amenifanya.
Oh, ajuaje ni yeye?
Haya, vile tuligombana ndio nikaanza kupata hizo funny calls. One day nilikuwa hapa Westlands. Nilikuwa nimeenda kufanya shopping. Mimi nikitoka shopping nikaenda kuweka shopping kwa gari yangu. Somebody calls me. The same number. I didn't pick. Because I knew, this person just would frustrate me with a heavy breath. I don't know what he's doing on the other side. But the call was persistent. So I decided, let me pick. What the worst can happen?
So about how many times did the call come through?
5 times.
5 times?
Yes.
Consecutively, like persistently?
Yes, nataka kuchukua anapiga. So, mimi nika decide nichukue nisikie Kenya anasema because nilikuwa in a public place, nilikuwa kwa parking hapo in just supermarket Naivas. So mimi nikaka shopping nikachukua simu. Kuchukua simu, this person said, unajua we have a bomb in your car.
At this point, where are you or what are you doing?
I was putting the shopping in my back seat.
When you received the call?
Yes.
You pick the call and you're warned there's a bomb in your car?
Yes. And then I said, what do you mean? Because unajua sasa it's something that inakaa too weird. And then unajua in Nairobi, you have to be careful. So nikamuuliza, what do you mean? Akaniambia, I can see you. I know what you are wearing, the shoes you are wearing, the earrings, everything. And then I was like,
Okay, when he tells you this, what do you do?
Mimi nilishtuka.
Hukumuuliza what am I wearing?
Sikumuuliza.
Kwa nini?
Mimi nilishtuka kwa sababu everything he was saying was correct.
That's what I wanted you to tell me. Ali described how I was dressed, and I thought, that's why I'm asking you, did you ask him what do you think you're wearing? So no. Yeah, so he said he knows and everything was...
Yeah, and then I just hung up the call. Mimi nikaingia kwa gari. Kuingia akanipigia. Akaniambia, if you are thinking of calling the police, I'll just designate the bomb. And you are seated on it.
Oh, there's a bomb in this car?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can imagine the frustration.
I'm sorry, but bombs are not used easily as such in Kenya.
Nataka kulipwa na mapenzi na ujui.
Afandi, order.
So I told him, then what do you want? If it's money, I'm going to give
So
you.
why couldn't you have lighted the car and just walk away from it because there's a bomb?
Because he told me that I have to comply, and it seems that he was somewhere alikuwa ananiangalia what I'm doing. Nikienda kuanzisha gari akaniambia just put start, and then boom, that's what he told me. After hanging up the call, he called me and told me, you start, boom. Now, can you even start the car when you are told like that? After hanging up the call, he called me and told me, you start, boom. Now, can you even start the car when you are told like that?
Pole. At that point alikuwa anapumua vizuri. Sio.
So after that,
so you just sat in the car?
I just sat in the car. Then he told me he's going to give me some instructions. Akaniambia lazima nifuate hizo instructions and I have to comply.
Okay.
Kama sitaki I blow. So mi nikamwambia ni sawa, akanipatia location yenye nafaa kuenda.
So what are the instructions?
He told me to drive to Karura
How
Forest.
do you drive a car which if you start it's gonna...
I think he was just playing with my mind.
And if you know he was playing with your mind, why did you let you play?
Because when I started, actually nilikuwa na melt nikianzisha nikinini start kwa sababu nilikuwa naona ita blow. But he told me if you comply, because I'm following you na ninakuona, you cannot hide from me. Akaniambia tu comply, nothing will happen. But if you don't, boom. That's what he used to say. Exactly, boom.
At this time, you've known Mike for 2 years. Did you recognize the voice, like think this is him?
Yes, Your Honor. Ulisikia sauti yangu? Ama mwenye alikuwa anapumua alikuwa mimi?
Hey, this one, he has his own crime syndicate. Huyu usimuone hivi.
So because he has a syndicate or a clique that he does his own thing with you is to label criminal or crime syndicate. Oh, you wish to tell me you thought he was using one of his men?
Yes.
But why would you pick on him? Because of a suspension worth how much? 15,000 maybe? 20 at max?
The same time, why did it happen after we had an argument?
Just like, why did we meet today and we never met yesterday?
No, this one, I'm sure. I'm not 100%, but I know it was him.
In this court, we come with evidence. Even I'm just being kind that I'm listening to you. Otherwise, you should have come with evidence, maybe something recorded, and
my friend said
implying Mike to have been in the scene or scenario of the so-called crime.
My friends even warned me. Wakaniambia mtu akuangi mzuri. Be careful. But mimi nikawaambia.
So he's just a single man from Kiambu. The whole Kitusulu, if you say he's not good, why are you people letting him live around you?
He has a wife. Amemwacha huko ushago, aliniambia hivyo.
Alafu?
You know that time nilimuuliza, alileta gari kwangu late. Nikamuuliza, Mike, hii time yote kwa nini hujakuwa umeleta gari? Akaniambia, ndio nilikuwa na harakisha, unajua bibi hayuko huku, so mimi nakaanga kazi nafanya mpaka late. So nimeona gari silale pale kazini nikuletee. Jumi, I was just concerned, nikamuuliza, mbona unaleta gari usiku? Si ungeenda nyumbani, gari inaweza chukua asubuhi.
So we are still talking about this bomb thing. Hiyo hapo hivyo ya kwake kumuuliza mambo ya bibi.
Yaona anadanganya hata akiuliza mambo na bibi.
Yo, goja order. Yes.
So when I was told to go to Karura Forest,
which you went?
Yes, imagine huko kote nikaenda. Nikafika hapo akanipigia.
Is he calling you during this time of the drive there?
Yes. When I reached there akaniambia. Hata nilifika hapo ananiambia venye uko tu hapo hivyo venye unaingia simama. There are 2 men who are coming towards your car. Mi kuangalia mbele, Your Honor, me have never seen huge men like the ones I saw that day. 2 of them. And then they told me, open the car.
Maybe it's your fear that made you think they're that big. It's okay, so.
It was not my fear.
It is your fear. Big men are in this country.
Yeah. So when they came in, one sat in the co-driver's seat, and the other one sat at the back where my shopping was.
Yes.
And then walikuwa wamevaa mask.
Mask?
Yes.
No, the way you put it, I wish to understand this right.
Yes.
You've put it?
Yes.
walikuwa wamevaa mask.
Ilikuwa hata si the whole ile ya kukava uso, ilikuwa imekava tu hapa mbele, so you could see the ears.
Is it the usual one people we've been using or we are using for the?
No, a scary one.
Oh.
So they came
And
in.
you're in a public place.
Karura Forest tuko penye waliambia nisimame hata hakukuwa na watu. So when they came in, the one who sat here had a gun. He just did like
You
this.
saw a gun?
And I saw the gun.
A real one?
I was freezing. How will I know?
Okay, continue your story, please.
Mimi nilikuwa.
We nyamaza. So after that time, mi nikawauliza, what do you want?
Mike, take your time. I'll give you the chance to respond when the time is right.
Wakaniambia,
Unless you want to take it from here.
Hakuna
But
kitu anasema.
it's upon your own risk.
Yaona mi ndo nimleta kotini, so you should keep quiet and allow me to speak.
Hey,
Unadanganya.
madam, ukishafika kotini wewe pia keep quiet until you're given permission to speak.
Yaona, but he's irritating.
At the moment.
Yes.
And how do you deal? And he's been quiet. How do you deal with him when you're outside there?
Because he knows I want to say the truth. Look at his eyes. They are all red.
truth?
Because he knows I want to know to tell the truth.
So when somebody is afraid, you'll tell the truth. The eyes stand
Today
red.
I'm spilling all the
Kama
beans.
amemzoea. No. Kama ame.
Okay, so you get to Karura Forest and you're given these guys, 2 guys. You said
Yeah.
they board your car.
Yeah, I was told to drive and then I was told to park somewhere
Okay.
at the sideway, so I parked. I tried to look the other guy at behind what he was doing, but nikaambiwa sijaribu kuangalia nyuma. But mimi nilikuwa namsikia tu kwa shopping bag yangu. Nikama alikuwa nakula snacks zenye nilikuwa nimenunua.
Mtu alikuwa na njaa.
So,
No, it's just funny. You are in a situation where it's life threatening. Unaona fikiria tu snacks zako.
Your Honor, somebody is in waka. Huyu naona ako na gun. So I had to know huyu mwingine huku nyuma anafanya nini. Mimi nilikuwa namsikia tu krr nikajua hizo ni creeps. Yaani tu ilikuwa inanibo.
You see Honor.
Creeps zako zimeenda.
Ndio watu unaona tu kama creeps.
Order mic, please.
So after tumeenda, there was a group of like 10 men walikuwa wamekaa.
Na yote ni Karura tu?
Yes. There's a tree there walikuwa wamekaa like 10 men round hivi.
Yes.
So mimi nikaambia mwenye ako na gun, please save my life.
And so were the men dressed in overalls? What did they look like?
They had black suits. The
Black,
2 in my car, they had black
or
suits.
the 2 in your car.
But
You get your men in black wako kila mahali.
But hao wenye wako nje walikuwa tu na yani walikuwa tu hivi na mango za mtumba. Yani vitu tu fani.
No, vitu mtumba zinakaa.
Hata walikuwa tu hivyo tu wamekaa.
Hakuwa kakae.
They had, you see the masks za corona tulikuwa tunavaa. They had black ones, all of them. So I could only see here. So unajua ukiona hivi huwezi tell sura ya huku chini. Wenye tulifika hapo nikaambia huyu mwenye ako na gun, tafadhali nakuomba spare my life. Kama hao watu wamekulipa, mimi nitakulipa double. Mimi najua hiyo ni bread, but I had to, it was my life. Akaniambia it's okay. Akaniambia toka kwa gari. Nikamwambia si tumeagree. Akaniambia hapana, we have to complete the mission. So nikatoka gari and those 10 men, 2 of them came. They started pulling, pushing, touching me inappropriate.
Pole.
So after kidogo nikasikia nimesukumwa kwa mgongo na teke, nikaanguka chini. When nilianguka chini, I just, when I started to look back.
At this time, have you seen Mike? Up to now, have you seen Mike?
Venye niligongwa teke mwenye alikuwa nyuma yangu. He was exactly body size. Ni venye tu alikuwa amejifunika uso. But body size
kwani mimi niko na mwili ndogo kama mimi peke yangu.
Mimi huwezi shindwa na mtu umeona. Hiyo time akanisukuma akaniambia sema sasa. Ulikuwa unaniambia nini? Unasema ninaibanga. So mimi nikashtuka.
Okay, wait a minute. Mwenye alikuwa nyuma yako was exactly his size, frame size as you wish to put it.
Exactly.
Na alipokuongelesha, was it the same voice?
The voice ni alikuwa anajaribu yani change voice.
With this guys like
and then nisijue. But hiyo time venye nilikuwa hapo.
It's good you put it that way because okay, anyway, yeah. So
hiyo time nikiwa chini.
So what happened with all that?
When I was down there, I tried to call the other guy.
Are you still worried your snacks in the car?
Yes, kibuda niligeuka hivi nikaangalia ule mtu mwenye nilimwambia nitamlipa. Nikajaribu kumuita kuja unisaidie.
And he's the one who was eating your snacks now.
No, he was even drinking my vanilla yogurt. Imagine a vile naipenda.
Your vanilla yogurt is gone as well.
Imagine
Shopping imeenda yote.
yani mimi hata siamini. Ameshikilia tu hivi. Na ndiye alikuwa tumeongea tani save. So I had to plead.
At this moment, what are you worried about? Your vanilla yogurt? You love vanilla yogurt?
Enda kufa uache
I love it.
No, it's the way you put it. It really feels sad that they took your vanilla yogurt.
It pains. Mimi nilikuwa nimeenda shopping so I wanted to
Are you
treat
not?
myself.
Does it not hurt that you are in a place you didn't want to be with people you didn't want to be with? I think that would hurt more.
Yeah,
Food would be
was-
the last thing on my mind.
But Your Honor, he had promised that he's going to save my life, but he was busy
But he's
drinking
one
my,
of them. He's a thug. How?
he was drinking my vanilla yogurt. And so nikaona hapo tu ni mimi na Mungu wangu. Nikaanza kuambia the guy was kicking me.
Sometimes, madam, it just needs a little thinking. You don't go to the hanghouse and the hangman is telling you sit there ulikuweke kitanzi kwa shingo nitakusaidia tu utakufa.
So mi hata kama angeniambia I was just trying, hata hapo singejitoa. So mi venye alinigonga, I fell down, then he told the other guys, mleteni kiti. They brought a seat. I was told to sit down, and then now I faced the car.
And
Your Honor, they removed every important spare part in that car. Full vandalization while I was watching.
Mike,
Yeah,
what do you
yeah.
respond to this?
Your Honor.
What do you know of?
I don't
Is she implicates you being at the
I
side?
don't
That
know-
she
I
thinks
don't
you are the
know-
one who pushed her
I
down?
don't know anything about what she's saying. Bada anasema mimi ndio nilikuwa hapa niliona kama mimi. Kama aliona mimi na bada analeta gari kwa garage.
Ni nani mwingine tulikuwa tumekoseana na spare
Your
parts? Ni
Honor.
nani
And then,
mwingine
yeah,
kama
that's a
si
good
wewe?
question. Mike is asking, why would you take your car back to his garage if you
Na
think
baada
he's the
alijiona
one
pale kwa hiyo
who
simu.
was behind all this?
I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt.
And what else? Okay, that one I let pass. Tell me something else that you think
So
Mike is
they removed
responsible.
everything, and then yani gari libaki tu mkebe.
We're out of there. Now tell me, you mentioned something about Mike coming late to your house, and you asking where the wife is. Na ukaambia uko nyumbani. Why would you? I'm trying to understand where did this conversation come and why does he have to bring your car late and how did he even come to know your place? How you directed him? Do you people have a friendship that you're not letting us know?
I had nothing else apart
Yes.
from client.
Can you say the truth?
What truth?
So tell your the honor the truth.
No, let's hear from Mike now. Mike, tell me what happened that day. Ulikuwa umekula dina huko, ni gari ulikuwa unapeleka, ulijuaje huko?
Your honor alimaliza gari kutengeneza mapema.
Saa
It
ngapi?
was around 1. Nikamwambia
1 in the afternoon.
yeah.
Wana nilikuwa nimeleta gari saa 6. Hey,
Haikuwa
Wewe huyu ndio daktari akisema iko sawa, wewe kubali iko sawa. Si wache pia aongee.
ni sawa.
Gazi wanapelekanga malipinga anapeleshwa parts anakuja anaanza claim. So nilimaliza gari saa 7 nikamwambia kuja chukue saa 8. Akasema she'll not be around. Nipeleke gari jioni. Nikamwambia siwezi acha kazi.
No, wait a minute.
Yeah.
She tells you upeleke jioni. Si ati ndachukua jioni. You knew her place.
Si kujua place mali anaishi.
Na ulikubali tu na ujui kule anaishi.
Sikubali at the first time. Akandirect mpaka akasema anaweza tuma mtu wa jirani akuje anipeleke mpaka
Hey,
kwake.
Your Honor, if you remember very well, I told you that for the past 2 years we have been working with Mike. Nilikuwa namwachia hadi gari yangu ananiletea nyumbani. The petrol station where he works.
So it's somewhere it's come before.
Yeah, the petrol station is near my
Na Mike,
place.
mbona useme ulikuwa
Sema
umezoeana?
ukweli, wewe unakuanga tu hivyo muongo.
Wala sikuwa nampeleka mpaka kwake kwa nyumbani kwake.
Alikuwa analeta
Yo mara
had
kwanza
my
nilipe-
gate key. It's a non compound. So ni jirani, it's a non compound. Nilikuwa nampatia kifungu ya gate when I really trusted him. Anakuja ananiletea gari.
Which other key did you give him?
Not the house key, only the gate key.
Ulimpatia nyumba pia.
Na ujui hiyo nyumba ulipewa nyumba gani?
Sasa alipa nyumba
Wewe hata
alipa
uelewi
direction,
kile
akanipa direction.
Wewe umekuja huko
Akiniuliza niko na
kuleta-
bibi ndio nisiende kwa nyumba nikasema niko na familia. Akanikatalia usiku nilale kwake. Unaona?
Kwani ndio jaji? Ushaulizwa uko na bibi unajibu uko na familia tu. Kama bibi sasa hakuna.
Your Honor, Mike is
Anyway, do you have any? I'm also not understanding him. Maybe I trust him, but I don't understand him. So I would like you to say, do you have any other accusation or allegation you wish to bring forth?
You know, you see, the reason I say that he's a center of crime in this city. It's because,
This city?
Yes.
Okay.
A friend of mine who works at the DCI, her name is Liz. The husband told me, asked me, where do you take your car? And then I introduced them to Mike. Mike, the first time you meet him as a client, he has a very sweet tongue. Aki utamtrust, utamwachia hata gari na everything. That time I took my friend's husband there with the wife. We went there with Liz and the husband. We left the car there. After a while, the husband amekuwa hijacked. Na ikakuwa ni runaway car.
What do you mean runaway car?
Kenya walikuwa anafanya, Mike and the dads, what they do. Ukiwaletea gari, because he's a mechanic and he knows the car very well. Anaangalia hiyo gari. Hii gari speed yake iko aje? Inaweza fanya services gani? Akiona hii ni ya spares ndio mzuri, anachukua spares, wanaenda wanauza in other outlets. Then akiona hii ni ya speed, wanaitumia kwa kazi. They even change the number.
Kazi gani?
Runaway wanatumia
like
the car hijacking.
Well, are you the policeman? Ushanishika
You
nikifanya
see what they do?
Like getaway car.
Yeah, getaway car.
After they committed a crime, according to easy ama hijack.
Yes, they
Any evidence? Where is your so-called friend Liz, the CIA?
The reason we knew the
why didn't they arrest him?
No, what Liz did after the husband was hijacked and beaten very. He was beaten.
Yeah. I want to know now. I want to know. Maybe even he was killed. It's okay. What I want to know is what did she do? And
she went to their office and requested to be given the case to investigate.
Yes.
But as you know, it's very hard to investigate.
So she never investigated.
That you are interested in, but she was given consent.
Okay.
So after she was given consent, she called me and told me they went to Mike's mechanic. Mm-hmm. The mechanic,
workshop.
Yeah, the workshop.
Okay.
And after asking him some questions, they decided.
Mike himself now.
Yeah, wakaona huyu, he's not a good person. She even called me akaniambia that man is a culprit in this.
Because he didn't answer the question as supposed.
They are intelligent, so they know when you are lying and
they are not intelligent. They're just working with as intelligence.
Yeah. So
maybe Mike just felt because he was not intelligent enough, he could not answer their questions as they wanted.
No, after that, Your Honor, they raided the workshop.
His workshop.
And they found the trackers. So we came to realize that Mike, whenever you come as a new client, they put trackers.
Yes, but what about if there are people who take their cars, they want not to lose my cars, or a tracker? So why did you not? Order! Listen to me. What?
Hey, stop it.
Excuse me. This is a little too much for me. Guess what? This case is dismissed. You don't make such gestures, throwing your tongue out of your mouth, and I'm talking. I'm just calling out for an excuse. You listen to me, and you're doing such gestures. This case is dismissed.